You've heard a lot about the name Teen Challenge here tonight. I'm wondering if there's anybody here who has not heard of the ministry Teen Challenge. There's a few people. Let me very quickly explain it to you because it is a life-changing ministry. In 1958, a skinny little preacher man by the name of David Wilkerson was praying and reading a magazine article that broke his heart. It was a group of young kids, basically teenage boys, who murdered someone, did something absolutely horrible, and were on the trial for their life. And this skinny little preacher boy heard from God to go speak the gospel to them. He wasn't a famous preacher at the time. He wasn't even a good teacher at the time. He was just a man who knew how to hear from God and how to take a step of faith. And through a long series of events, he went there, he got humiliated over and over again, but he kept pushing forward, ministering to the gangs over there in Brooklyn, New York in 1958. And what came of that birthed the ministry we now know as Teen Challenge. We have somewhere around 1,300 locations around the world, several of them here in the United States and a lot here in the good state of Florida. And it is a life-changing ministry. And we have men's campuses, we have women's campuses, and we also have some adolescent campuses. To give you an idea of what these men go through, it's called Teen Challenge. We don't call it Teen Easy. 5:30 in the morning, these men are waking up. They're getting ready. They're going to Devos. Then they go and they work an 8-hour day, working at one of our detail shops, working at one of our thrift stores, working around our beautiful campus, working in the wood shop, doing a lot of different things. They spend 23 to 25 hours a week inside of a classroom learning biblical education that a lot of us would be very blessed by. Things like obedience to man, things like the Old Testament survey, New Testament survey, all of these various different topics. By the time these men graduate our 12-month program, they have a good foundation with biblical studies. They've been impacted by the gospel of Jesus Christ, and they have been set on fire to go reach others for the gospel. I can tell you from my own personal experience, 15 years ago, walking through the doors of a Teen Challenge Center, I was an 18-year-old broken drug addict. They called me a violent criminal. They called me a monster. They called me all different types of things. But in all reality, I was just a lost boy who needed to understand who God really was. Teen Challenge, they didn't ask me what my drug of choice was. They didn't even call me a drug addict. They didn't call me an alcoholic. They said, hey, you have a sin problem. Here's a Bible. It's real. Believe it. And my life changed forever. 15 years ago. The one accomplishment in my life I am most proud of is graduating that program. Since then, I went on the mission field to 10 different countries for about a decade. I went to various different countries like Pakistan and Kenya and Brazil. All these different places, became an ordained pastor. I can list a ton of different great things God has done in my life, but nothing I am more proud of than working here at this ministry today. When I knew that I had the opportunity to come back and minister at a ministry in the United States, I knew that it was Teen Challenge. It is that special of a ministry. These men, when you think about a drug addict or an alcoholic, it's not their faces anymore. We believe one thing absolutely clear, as the Apostle Paul, as he talks about what a real Christian is in Galatians 2:20, the only way that he could really describe that transformation process, he says that I have been crucified with Christ, that it's no longer I who lives, but Christ who lives inside of me. And the life that I now live, I live by faith in the one who loved me and gave himself for me. These men are no longer drug addicts. They're no longer alcoholics. They are born again believers in Jesus Christ. A couple ways that you can really partner with our ministry. Number one, if you know somebody who is hurting, if you know someone that is struggling, if you know someone that needs a touch from God, introduce them to Teen Challenge. Give them our telephone number. Have them come do a tour on our campus. We would love to speak with them. If you are in the area of Sanford and you would like to come tour our campus, please, I'm the program manager. Give me a call at that campus. I would love to schedule that tour for you, show you, and just brag about how good God has been on our campus and introduced you to some of these men. Another way you could support us is we have a phenomenal thrift store over in Sanford. We have a detail shop where we give some of the best car washes all over Florida. They do it all by hand. I've had it done a couple times myself. These men, they take my minivan and they just transform it. I got 3 beautiful young kids, and anyone here have kids? You understand how dirty a vehicle can get? My daughter, she's 3 years old. If she doesn't like pickles on a cheeseburger, she'll wipe it on the seats. Okay, these guys, they make my minivan look brand new every time. They are a blessing in many different ways. We have a wood shop where if you see right outside here in the foyer, I believe is what it is, the lobby, you'll see we have cutting boards, we have signs, we got all different types of things that these men have created. And I tell you what, when they are building these things and designing these things, they got such a passion inside of them, and they are praying over these things. At the end of this service today, please, I'd encourage you to meet one of these men, shake their hand, pray with them, pray for our campus, pray for the staff, and above all, pray for these students. They are going through the fight of their very lives. And it is so exciting to not only see their life transformed, but the generation after generation after generation being transformed because these men give their life to Jesus Christ. Thank you so much.